Hello everybody, this is Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my pick a card video. So today I'm asking the question, will they commit? You know, it can be, are they ready to commit? But what are their intentions at the moment about committing to you? So I want you to remember that this is a general reading, so not every aspect of it will relate completely to your relationship. And I want you to also remember that this is about now. The relationship as it is now. So if the reading comes through with an answer you're not happy about, that doesn't mean that the relationship can't be improved and the likelihood of commitment from them won't increase. Because relationships need work on both sides. So there's no reason why you can't adapt, change things and improve things in order to get them to commit. So just remember that, it is changeable, everything changes. I've set up 3 readings. We've got number 1, which is the lady, number 2, which is the ring, and number 3, which is the gentleman. So I've put the timestamps in the description box and in the comment section. So I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, relax, and when you're ready, ask yourself the question, will they commit? Will they commit at this time? And when you feel the need to, go ahead and make your choice. If you need a bit more time to do that, then please press pause, but otherwise I am moving on to the readings. Okay, those of you that chose number 1, the lady, this is your reading, will they commit? And just for those of you that skipped past the introduction, I feel it's important to repeat that this is not set in stone. You know, things can be changed for good and for bad. So don't, still put the effort into the relationship and to compromise and communicate and everything else that you should be doing in a healthy relationship. But at this moment, are they going to commit? Are they ready to commit to this relationship? I think what's putting them off committing is that they're not sure the relationship will bring the happiness that they would like in a relationship, in a marriage, I would think, or a marriage type relationship. And they're not sure that it's going to be a balanced relationship. So is there some inequality in this? It's the 6 of coins, which suggests to me a financial imbalance. So does one of you earn more than the other? These things happen. But if it's not about that, then it's about the balance, the change in the dynamics of the relationship. Like if you have kids, usually mom takes care of the kids. She takes time out of her career, voluntary usually. Well, every woman that I've ever met sort of has had taken time out because they've wanted to have kids, and she's worried about that imbalance. That's one example that springs to mind, but there's just a worry here about the imbalance in the relationship, and that's why that they're just sort of feeling that they're of two minds about it. They're not sure that it's going to be the happy family that they want. So do you have 2 different visions of what married life will be, what family life will be, or what your happiness together is? Talk about it a bit more. Get it clear between the 2 of you, because your expectations of what a committed relationship will look like could be completely different to theirs. So I'll get that cleared up. What's putting them in the frame of mind, like their pro, that's their con, this is their pro, is that they do believe that they can have a happy life with you, that they can have a secure foundation, and that there will be truth between you and things will be above board, and like if you took your vows that you would stick to them. You wouldn't go against that. And that actually life would be quite exciting. That there would be travel and exploration, things to learn and things to do. That it would be a fertile relationship, but also a secure one, because we have got the 4 of Wands, which to me is like that. it's the foundation. That the foundation of a marriage is a wedding. It's the starting point. It's the point where you commit to each other, exchange vows and say that's it, it's just me and you. In front of everybody and also in law, that you're committed to each other. And so I think they would be committed to the relationship in that they would be faithful to vows made promises made between the two of you, regardless of that. But also I think that you would be, they trust that you would be, faithful in the relationship. So it seems to me that actually they do see good in committing to you, but they're just unsure whether it would, that the relationship, there's a feeling of imbalance in the relationship, and that the happiness, that the happily ever after that they want isn't necessarily guaranteed. Well, nothing is, but more than that, they're worried that it won't happen. So at this moment in time, will they commit? I think they're coming round to it. I think that they do want that, but they can't get over this feeling that there's something they're not seeing in it, that there's something there, that there's a pitfall there. So I think they're not ready for commitment, if I could say that. Is that they're willing to get in there and fight for the relationship. So they want the relationship, but they're not willing to put everything in yet, because I just feel that there's stuff they don't know. There's something they don't know, and that's making them hold back. So maybe you just don't, maybe this is early on in the relationship. I feel that this might be quite early on in the connection. And so you're like, this is wonderful, I'd like that, I want that security. But they're sort of, it's still early, I still don't really know this person. I still don't know. They could be really good for me, but I don't know enough about them. For those of you that you're like, no, we haven't just met, we've been going out for a couple of years and I want to take it to the next stage, then what they're feeling is that they're not quite sure yet. They're not quite there. There's still something that is holding them back, and I think it's this feeling that of this imbalance, that they're not sure that the relationship will still be of a balance between the two of you. Why that's come about, I don't know. You will. It's your relationship. That maybe they'll give too much and you'll take too much, or maybe they feel they'll take too much and you will give too much. But they want to. I think there is affection and love there. I think there's feeling there. I don't think it's a matter of like, no, they won't commit because they don't love you. They do. But they're just worried about the long-term happiness of this connection. If they commit, will they get the long-term happiness? This isn't about flashing the pan. When they commit, this person commits. They will be married for life. I think they're the sort of person that wants to be married for life. And they're willing to work for that. They are very much willing to work for that and defend the relationship and work for it. I think they're just not sure just yet of what's really going on. Maybe of how you feel about things, how you want. So my recommendation anyway would be always to communicate. Carry on talking, getting to know each other, carry on establishing what it is that you both want. But I think that they could commit to you. They just need a bit more sort of, not reassurance, but just sort of feeling that they will get the long-term happiness that they want, that it's not going to tilt in one or the other's favour. I would say probably tilting in your favour. People don't generally worry about relationships tilting in their own favour. Yeah, they just feel they don't know everything yet. So there's your answer. What will happen in the future is up to the two of you. But I'm positive that you will make a great success of this relationship. So thank you for reading. I hope that it's helped you. Please let me know in the comment section. If you want to book a private reading with me, you can. You just need to send me an email at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. It's all in the description box. And yeah, good luck. Please take care of them as well as yourself. And thank you very much for listening to me. Goodbye. Okay, then number 2, the ring set. Just for those of you that skip past my introduction, because I'm sure that happens, just to reiterate that this is a reading about now, the moment that you're watching the video, and the relationship can and obviously will change. So if the reading isn't what you were hoping to hear, it doesn't mean that commitment will or won't come in the future. It just means that you can change things. So we'll look at what it says, and if you don't like the sound of it, you can change things to improve your chances of what you want to happen, which I presume is commitment. It's not set in stone. They can change their minds at a future date, as can you. So do they plan on committing? What's coming through absolutely through this reading is everything's happening quite quickly. You know, in this relationship most likely, or within them themselves. I'm going to say they don't know, which is no help to you, but it's better than no. You've got 4 Knight cards. You've got the Knight of Swords twice, the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Things are just happening all the time. I think you could do the reading again tomorrow and it'd probably come through with something different. They're just not sure. There's just riddled with energy and movement. So I'll split it up. What's sort of their cons? What's putting them off commitment at the moment? And I think it's the feeling that they don't have all the information yet. And this is why I'm saying it comes across to me that this is happening quite quickly. That they don't know you, and I don't think you know them, almost. So this could be a very speedy attraction where you're having things happening. You know, it feels almost like it's quite romantic that you've had a quick connection. But that brings uncertainty because you're thinking, is it just chemical? Is this just chemistry? Are we just, you know, exciting each other and all the rest of it? And so, yeah, there's just this feeling they've got more to learn, more to do. Are you both quite young, or are they quite young? There's stuff they want to say, there's stuff they want to do, stuff they want to learn. They haven't got all the information yet. That's what's putting them off from commitment. Too young, too quick, maybe. But what's attracting them to commitment? What's sort of their pros to committing to you? It's quite strange because you've got the 3 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. What I want to say is that they feel that this relationship's got work that can be applied to it, but also that it's got lots of action. There's lots of things to be said for it. I just get the feeling, again, that you don't know each other that well. So what their pros are is that there's a lot to learn about you. There's a lot to be discovered. And with the 3 of Swords, it's not saying they're attracted to heartbreak. It's saying actually that they're attracted in a sense to I want to say recovery, but in a sense to getting to know you more. It's like getting better in this connection. The connection, you know, so if they sort of say, let's go steady for a bit, showing my age, I know, but let's just say that. You know, that they will have the opportunity of working to share more communication with you. They want to spend more time with you, but this feels like such a new thing. It just really does feel like it's happening quickly and there's speediness, but that they want more, but they sort of don't have enough information. So are they planning at this moment in to commit? They're planning to enjoy the connection, and I want to say to commit, but not to commit in the way that I think that you're asking the question. I think they want to see you again. I think they want to get to know you. I think they want this connection, this relationship to go on for a bit longer. But I don't get the feeling that they're about to propose marriage to you. I think what the commitment for this person is that they want to carry on going out with you for a bit, carry on dating, you know. For some of you, I want to say that, you know, it almost feels like no. For some of you, I feel that they've sort of want to harvest it and walk off. That's what I do. I want to say for some of you, if this is a bit of a quick sort of being going out for each other for a short amount of time and you're sort of much more ahead of it than they are, like they're ready to walk and go. But for others of you, there's just not enough information there for them to make a decision. So it's not even entered their head. But they would like to perhaps carry on for a bit longer. So I'm saying, if it's not the answer you want, I'm sorry, but give the connection a bit more time, get to know each other a bit more, and ask again when the relationship's a bit more steady. This is an unsteady connection, and that speaks to me of it being a new one. It does not come across as a long-term connection. If it is a long-term connection, I would say that all the energy is about moving. So I'm not sure I would feel comfortable saying no. I feel that they're probably not thinking about committing. If you've been together with this person for quite some time, I think they might be thinking about moving on. But you need to talk to them before coming out and saying all this of you're leaving me. You need to talk to them, because it doesn't mean that they are, but just that there's a feeling here that they don't have enough information. So you've got to give it to them. You've got to talk to them and allow them to make an informed decision about what they want, about what you want and what's good for you both. But yeah, it just comes across as a sort of, no, not really, not at this time, haven't made a decision yet. Just enjoying you as it is, I feel. So those of you that chose number 2, the ring, hope that's helped you. Please let me know in the comment section if it resonates. If you want to book a private reading with me, you can. You just need to send me an email at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. The information's in the description box. Just send me an email and we'll communicate from there. I'll let you know how it goes. Otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed your reading. Please take very good care of yourself and this person. As I say, just quietly talk to them. See how it goes. Don't go mad. And you can improve things. So, yeah, take care of yourself. Good luck. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye. Okay, then. Number 3s. The ones that chose the gentleman, this is your reading. Because I know that quite a few of you must skip through the introduction, I'm just going to reiterate an important point, which is this is about now. Are they going to commit to you now? So whatever the reading comes through, if it's not exactly what you want to hear, it doesn't mean the relationship's over, that you're never going to get commitment with this person. It just means at this moment in time, it's either yes, maybe, or no. And that if you communicate with each other and work on the relationship, your chances can be improved. Depending on, what the reading comes through. It's not the end of the relationship. It just means that maybe it's a bit too early in the relationship, or there's stuff going on and it needs work. So, are they going to commit? I've set it up as what's putting them off, what's attracting them to it, and what do they sort of intend at this time based on these. So what's putting them off at the moment? I think what's sort of repelling them from it is I think that they can't see how you're going to be able to afford it, if I'm honest. This looks to me like you haven't got the money to set up house and home and have a family. I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're old enough that you've already been married, have got kids, whether you're raising them as a single parent or that they're grown up. There's this feeling here that they don't know. I want to say for some of you that they don't know how they're going to be. They can't mix together the idea of being a family man for some of you, it's because of man, or a mother. But I'm leaning more towards that the ladies that are watching it are asking about a man, a gentleman in their life. If you're not, don't fit into that, just adapt what I say. But this person can't mix together the feelings. Maybe they're not ready to settle down and have a family. Or they've been there, done that, I don't want to do it again. But they just can't see it. Which speaks to me of being younger. But it could be that they've already been there, done that, they don't want to do it again. They're trying to, they can't see how they can blend together the past and the future, or they can't blend together what they want now and what being committed to you would mean. And I feel that does mean for some of you, kids, and for them to be a provider, to be secure and to provide not necessarily just finances, that's less so in our modern day lives, but to still be a husband and a father and to have that role. So it speaks to me they're just not ready for it, or they don't want to do it again at this time. But what attracts them to being committed to you is that there's so much on offer being committed to you. There's a whole brand new journey. There's lots of options, choices, and that they're moving on. So it is a feeling that being committed to you would mean the moving on of their life. That they perhaps, say you're younger, say you're in your early 20s or something, they're looking and they're thinking, well, by being with them, I am going to grow up, I am going to, settle down with someone, get married and begin the journey towards perhaps, getting a place together, building your life together, and maybe, as I say, having kids. I'm saying kids a lot because we've got the Six of Cups. And so they're seeing that is a potential in their life, but they're not seeing that it's actually potentially a reality. They just can't see it. Her head is in the water. They can't see it. It's all happening behind her and she can't see it. They can't see it. But they're aware that it's a possibility that they could go on a new journey with you involving a new life. Leaving the old behind and moving into a new existence, one that's an unknown adventure. Because they can't see it, they don't know what, but there's an attraction in that they just, it's all possible. So they certainly don't look at you as somebody that there isn't a potential of a great relationship. It's genuinely, I want to say, I don't think it's occurred to them at this moment in time. I think I got before... with one of the other readings. I'm not going to say which one because I don't like that when they say go back and listen to another reading. You would have chosen the other reading if you wanted it. But this again speaks to me of that this is youth, or this is a new-ish relationship. If you've been in it a long time, I apologise. But I just think that they're thinking about it is the best way I can put it into words. That there's an appeal and there's stuff they're worried about, so they're thinking about it. So my advice is don't push it. Because that would always be my advice. But no, seriously, I think they're thinking about it. Let them to think about it. Let them think about it. What are they planning on at this time? They're planning on carrying on. I'm going to split up with you. I think they want the relationship to carry on. But they're exploring new things. They're looking into new things. They're looking to see what's going to change in their life and what new is going to come through. What's leaving them and what potential's there for them to move towards. So if you've sort of asked them, what's the next phase in our relationship, and they've not answered yet, they don't know. So you've asked them, I would imagine you've told them what you want. If you haven't, tell them, so this is what you would like in the relationship. But if you have said to them, I want to get married, have kids, I want to get married, buy a house, have kids, get a dog and a cat, blah, blah, blah. They're thinking on it. it's a strange idea that's been introduced to them and they're processing it. But they absolutely do see the appeal of committing to you. So it's not completely dead in the water. It's just that they're, you know, it almost feels, do they lack imagination? They're trying to find their way through it. So give them time to find their way through it. And keep the relationship ticking over and, you know, carry on. I would say, I really feel it's just carry on, just let them work their way through it. I almost want to say that for some of you, they weren't expecting it, maybe. Might obviously some of you are wrong about that, but yeah, they haven't made up their mind. They're thinking about it. Yeah, that's it. They're thinking about it. There's goods and there's bads. It's just, I think the worst you can say about them is they hadn't thought about having what is on offer with you at this point in their life. Yeah. So I don't think this is a bad reading at all by any means. Right then, I'll leave you with that. Nice little sweet easy one. If you enjoyed the reading and it's helped you, please let me know in the comments section how it's resonated and so on and so forth. If you want to book a private reading with me, you can do that. Just send me an email at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. That's emails in the description box. Send me an email and I'll let you know how I do things, and then you can make a decision. But otherwise, I'm going to leave you with this. Please take very good care of yourself. Please take very good care of them. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye.